Gering voters could be deciding whether or not to implement a half-cent sales tax to help with citywide infrastructure projects. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Gering City leaders are laying the groundwork to take a half-cent sales tax increase for infrastructure to the voters later this year. The Gering City Council last night approved new members for the Community Redevelopment Authority and termination of the agreement between the city and the CRA to clear the way for a new agreement, which needs to be in place before the city can place an LB 357 measure on the May ballot. City Administrator Pat Heath says the goal of the sales tax increase would be generation of funding, which would help replace infrastructure, especially aging water and sewer lines.
Our water mains are 105 years old now, and so they're old cast iron mains that were installed in 1917. The same with our sewer mains. They were all installed in that 1917 to 1928 time period. They're both in poor shape. We've got several areas where we need to rehab sewer lines or maybe install a liner inside the existing line, and the water mains need to be replaced.
The additional funding could also help with street construction, such as 10th Street from the UP tracks to Country Club Road and East M Street. And a new CRA agreement needs to be in place by the January 24th council meeting. Well, voters in the Layton School District are headed to the polls today to vote in a recall election for 2 school board members, including the board president. Susie Ernest and Roland Rushman, the board secretary, were placed on the ballot last year following a tumultuous 2021. During that year, 2 other board members resigned, the superintendent was placed on administrative leave, and then reinstated, and then the petition was circulated to place the recall before patrons. Following tonight's election, the board has a special meeting scheduled for tomorrow night to take action to non-renew, continue, or take other appropriate action regarding Superintendent Chris Geary's employment status. We'll have more news right after this.
The journey of a dream becoming reality. When we're young, a dream develops into a passion. That passion continues to manifest and grows as you do. It becomes all you want to do and all you want to be. It gives you direction. It drives you. Then your dream has become a reality. When that dream is ready to be reality, Platte Valley Bank will be with you every step of the way.
My name is Angela and I'm with Langer Industrial Services. There's a huge technology part in metal, just with all the programs we use, running the scale and paying people all the software. He does 24/7 ransomware monitoring, making sure the programs run smoothly, making sure everything's running properly. So it's nice to have Jeremy there to call when things go wrong. He's always there right away. He's, within 30 minutes he shows up.
ERH Technology Solutions, we make technology work for you. Welcome back. A 22-year-old Scottsbluff man will have to register as a sex offender, but avoids jail time following his 2020 arrest for his alleged involvement with a 13-year-old girl. Marcel Salinas was initially charged with first-degree sexual assault of a minor, but as the case went through the court system, Salinas ended up pleading guilty to an amended charge of intentional child abuse, no injury. He was sentenced last week in district court to 3 years of probation, and he will also have to register as a sex offender. Well, 2 local organizations are on the list of nonprofits receiving federal pandemic relief awards from Humanities Nebraska. The Legacy of the Plains Museum was granted $14,000, while Friends of the Midwest Theater received $10,500 from the Sustaining the Humanities Through the American Rescue Plan promoted by the National Endowment for the Humanities. Humanities Nebraska Executive Director Chris Summerich said each of the 70 organizations serves a particular need in the state of Nebraska, so their continued survival is critical to the people who live here. In total, nearly $656,000 was awarded to nonprofits across the state. And Congressman Jeff Fortenberry formally announced his re-election campaign in the midst of prosecutors alleging that he misled federal authorities who were investigating an illegal contribution to his campaign. The Nebraska Republican made his announcement in a YouTube video from inside a 1963 Ford pickup with his wife and dog, the same backdrop where he acknowledged several months ago that he was under federal investigation. Fortenberry says he has achieved some major accomplishments over the last year, including a new law to help people with Lou Gehrig's disease, an incurable neurodegenerative disorder, and funding for an agricultural research facility at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Nebraska State Senator Patty Pansing Brooks, a Democrat, is also running for the seat. Well, coming up after the break, another mild winter day out there. Bill Boyer's in with your Tuesday evening forecast right after the break.
HydroZEN. Unplug and recharge. What is HydroZEN? It's total body relaxation. It's total body recharge. It's floating weightless on water. Floating your aches, pains, stresses, and worries away. HydroZEN is a revolutionary new therapy using Epsom salt saturated water as a way to relax and rejuvenate your body. And it's now available in Scottsbluff. It is for most ages and has many benefits to the mind and body. Visit hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT.
Everything is merry and bright at Compliments for you and your home. Stop in today for all the latest winter fashions. For your wife and friends to your sister or mother, we have the outfit for them. With brands like Charlie B, Can, and Flying Monkey, which appeals to women of all ages. Compliments has got a style for you. Compliments also has the jewelry, purses, and shoes to complete your outfit. And don't forget to ask about our new tribal pajamas for Christmas morning. Open Monday through Saturday 9 to 5. Compliments, 1708 Broadway, downtown Scottsbluff.
Are new windows from Renewal by Andersen a great investment? You're darn right they are. Did you know that for less than your cable bill or cell phone bill each month, you could have new windows from Renewal by Andersen right now? Do the math. Renewal by Andersen windows will likely cut your energy bills significantly. They will likely substantially increase the value of your home. They're a great investment. Please contact our team now and ask about our fantastic financing options with approved credit right now. Renewal by Andersen, a great investment? You're darn right.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
All quiet on the weather Friday as we go across the area this evening. We have a few clouds out there here early, but they'll clear off. Winds a little strong at times, 10 to 15 miles an hour. That's going to drop our wind chill down a ways, but it is going to be very nice tomorrow and Thursday. Now, wind and cooler conditions come in by Friday before another nice weekend sets in, and really no storms for the next 7 to 10 days out there on the horizon. 50 yesterday for a high after a morning low of 13. Looking back in the record books, I believe the state 1967, Cheyenne set their all-time coldest high temperature ever. Is the high temperature back in 1967 on the state only got to 21 below zero in Cheyenne. Very cold temperatures as well. Let's take a look at where we're at right now. We've got nowhere near that. We're well above the freezing mark still here across most of the region. You can see some 30s and 40s, elevation dependent, also snow dependent. Some of those colder areas where there's still some more snow on the ground. Otherwise, we're looking pretty nice out there, 30s and 40s. Winds are a little bit gusty, as I mentioned, 10 to 15, gusting at times 20 to 25 miles an hour. That's enough to drive wind chills down into the 20s and 30s, so it doesn't feel as warm as what the temperature actually is out there. Futurecast for tonight is quiet, clear, calm weather conditions. Not much going on, and we're going to see low temperatures overnight slip down into the 20s for most of us, maybe some areas right around that 30-degree mark. Tomorrow, we're going to rebound and have a very nice day coming. We have sunshine for most of the day. In fact, very sunny skies for the most part, just a few high-level clouds. Maybe late in the day, a few clouds in northern portions of the region. That's about it. All quiet, though, on the weather front, and high temperatures tomorrow going to warm well into the 40s and even some low 50s not out of the question tomorrow. And we'll probably even add another degree or two to that on Thursday. Nothing coming in the precip or the snowfall here over the course of the next 36 hours, as it is going to be quiet here in the region. For tonight, mostly clear. Lows down around 32. Winds at 10 to 15. Tomorrow, sunny. 51 we're going for a high out there. Winds at about 10 to 20. Our 7-day forecast has highs into the low 50s on Thursday. Colder again on Friday with windy conditions, only to rebound into the 40s to near 50 from Saturday through at least Tuesday of next week. I think by Thursday into Friday of next week, we may start to turn a bit more active. Otherwise, it is quiet here on the weather front for most of the next 7 days.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leaf Heads.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the FNBO Ag Desk. FNBO, the Great Big Small Bank.
The Winnell Goodmanson Sandhills Ranch has a large project going on studying precision livestock management. Mitch Stevenson, Nebraska Extension Range and Forage Management Specialist, explains more.
And the goal of the project is to use some of our newer technologies to better understand livestock behavior. And one of the projects that we're working on right now is looking at relationships between cows and calves. And this is based on a lot of that mother cow's milking ability.
This can have an effect on calves' weaning weight in the fall, but there are also other factors the study was looking at.
But we wanted to see how that affected how often that calf might nurse with that cow based on her milking ability, and also if that calf's making up for it maybe by increasing grazing time if that cow is not producing as much milk.
Stevenson says they had both low and high milk producing cattle. They milked and weighed the milk in the study, and with the high frequency GPS, they can monitor the cattle.
Through visual observations, we found that we have a fairly high accuracy of being able to model when that cow and calf are together, when they're actually nursing, or when they might just be resting together, let's say.
While the study is only in the second year, Stevenson said it is already garnering information and brought up questions in the relationships between cow and calves.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viero.com or your nearest Viero store. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. First State Bank is now Riverstone Bank. Community strong with the same people you know and trust.
Western CPAP Supply has earned an impeccable professional reputation within the Wyoming and Western Nebraska region. Helping you get a good night's sleep is our passion. Our amazing team understands sleep disorders from a personal and professional level. We use CPAPs and BiPAPs too, and sometimes it just helps to work with people who share common ground. Our accredited CPAP supply company is approved by Medicare and Medicaid and is in network with every major insurance company in the region. Western CPAP Supply. We're here to help.
Swipe right, swipe left, endlessly searching. Finding the perfect match isn't always perfect, but it can be when it comes to finances. Nora found the perfect business loan. Jenny opened her first savings account. Grammy loves her checking account. We found a match for Wilson Farms. The Sandersons were matched with a mortgage. Regardless of your financial situation, Platte Valley Bank will match you with the perfect solution. Find your match at Platte Valley Bank.
And finally tonight, the United Way of Western Nebraska Board of Directors has announced Karen Benzel has accepted the position of Executive Director of the organization and started her new duties January 5th. Benzel is succeeding Steph Black, who's planning to retire from United Way of Western Nebraska on March 31st. Having been with the organization since 2015, serving as the director for Box Butte and Dawes counties, United Way Board Chair Todd Lewis said Benzel was the right choice.
She understands the mission of United Way and the things that we're going to have to overcome in the years to come in the future here. And she just was the right candidate, the right choice for that position.
Benzel will continue to be based in the Alliance office, and a Director of Development will be housed in the Scottsbluff office. Lewis says that will also help the organization as it seeks to expand its reach and serve more people throughout the Panhandle. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.